Welcome to Tab Briefs, a weekly look at headlines from the world of faith for August 21st, 2020. I'm Tab Media Content Editor Carrie McWhorter, and here are some of the headlines that grabbed our attention this week. A group of prominent evangelicals is asking Christians to follow the advice of public health experts when it comes to COVID-19 related safeguards. About 2,500 Christians have signed on to a Christian Statement on Science for Pandemic Times, a document that expresses concern for the politicization of science when so many lives are at stake. The signers pledge to wear masks, get vaccinated, and correct misinformation and conspiracy theories. Among the signers are theologian N.T. Wright, author Philip Yancey, and presidents of Fuller Theological Seminary and Calvin University, as well as a number of faculty members of secular and Christian universities around the nation. The statement was drafted by leaders of BioLogos, the nonprofit founded by Francis Collins, an evangelical Christian who is director of the National Institutes of Health. Collins himself was not involved in drafting the statement, however. The statement says, "Our faith calls us to sacrifice ourselves for others and accept temporary limitations on our freedoms because we have a permanent and complete freedom in Christ." Now, speaking of freedom, should we wear masks? Should we have a choir? Should we even meet in person? Those are questions churches across America have been and are continuing to consider during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. And the conflicting opinions of people in the pew are weighing heavily on pastors. A new report from Lifeway Research says church conflict is a growing pressure point for Protestant pastors as COVID-19 continues its global assault. The survey found that 1/4 of pastors say maintaining unity and addressing conflict and complaints are chief among their pastoral concerns right now. Pastoring at a distance was also high on the list of pressure points, as was the safety and well-being of their church members. About 1 in 8 pastors also said they were experiencing their own personal exhaustion and isolation, and that is weighing heavily on them during this time. And finally, a coalition of Christian groups, including the National Association of Evangelicals, is launching a new criminal justice reform effort grounded in biblical principles that seeks to rally believers behind policing changes. The Christian Social Justice Advocacy Group and Campaign is leading this initiative. You'll probably remember nationwide protests that flared for weeks after the police killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and other Black Americans. And those events galvanized engagement by faith leaders from multiple denominations to press for criminal justice reform. Other groups participating in this new coalition include the Center for Public Justice, Prison Fellowship, the American Bible Society, the Asian American Christian Collaborative, the National Day of Prayer, and World Relief. At the heart of the nonpartisan effort is a set of broad priorities that include some specific policy changes, including broader use of faith-based prison programs, easing in sentencing laws, and programs to help inmates prepare for life after release. To read more about faith-based initiatives in Alabama prisons, check out Tab Media's award-winning series, A Look at Mass Incarceration in Alabama. You can find it in the Special Resources section of our website at tabonline.org. And don't miss our media review of the new documentary Tutwiler, which examines Alabama's only state women's prison and efforts by the Alabama Department of Corrections to change the culture at the prison. You'll find that article in the August 27th issue of the Alabama Baptist or at tabonline.org/Tutwiler. Now, one final note. Read Tab Day is this Sunday, August 23rd, and we'd love for you to share your love of Tab with a friend, or maybe 5 or 10 friends. We've set a big goal to double our reach by the end of 2020, and with your help, we can do that. So here are 5 ways you can help Tab Media reach more people. Number 1, help a friend get a subscription to the print edition, which comes with an enhanced PDF edition and an all-access pass to the website, as well as discounts on events and workshops sponsored by Tab. And for a limited time, you can take advantage of our special membership rate of just $16.25. Find out more at tabonline.org/member. Number 2, share our social media platforms with family members so they can follow us. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, so there's content for every interest. Number 3, visit our blog for young adults at theropetab.com. Number 5, sign up for Tab Highlights, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday email newsletter with the latest headlines in the world of religion. Sign up at tabonline.org. And number 5, subscribe to our weekly podcasts on your favorite podcast app. Get notified when the latest podcast is available so you don't miss a thing. You can also find all our podcasts at tabonline.org/podcasts. All these links are available in today's show notes, so check them out. That's it for this week's Tab Briefs. Thanks for joining us this morning. Please join us again next Friday.